Hi, Mike Cheshire, founder of Wicked Monday, the digital marketing agency for accounting firms. And this is episode 3. So, what am I going to speak about this time? Okay, let's get comfortable. What did I really want to speak about now? What did I want to speak about? I had the idea in the tip of my tongue a second ago. Now I'm stuck. Now I'm really stuck. What was it? The foundation. Right, the foundation. The foundation of all the marketing that you're going to be doing. You need to get things right, okay? You need to get things right, otherwise you can't move forward. You can't try and get to the end goal with nothing right in your foundation. You can't build a skyscraper without having a rock solid foundation to build it on. And that's exactly the same with your marketing strategy. So you need to kind of get the basics in place. And that's kind of what we've decided our whole program that we're going to do at Wicked Monday is going to be. It's all based upon how the different stages that you kind of need to build up, the different sets of foundations you need to set up before you can start pushing too far in the rest of your marketing and kind of like lead generation, all those types of things, including like social media, posting videos and things like that. And I was very much talking about how you should do that in the last episode. But you still need to get the foundations right. You can't go pushing too far ahead. So some basic things that you need to get right is kind of understanding who you're going to target. That's kind of one of the key factors. I can get that in the next episode. I'll get to that in the next episode. So you want to get your target market right. You need to kind of work on that really hard. If you've got no customers, or you've kind of got a few customers, you're not really happy with how they're like forming up, but you want to target on a different set of customers, that's completely fine. But you need to kind of have a bit of experience in terms of what those customers' needs and kind of those types of things are. Then you need to get your branding right. So based upon how you understand your target market, you might know what they'll kind of look for in a brand for like contract services and professional services like yourselves that would kind of attract them to you. We can do that type of research as well, but it always is very helpful if you kind of have an understanding of how that kind of stuff ties together, or how they got attracted to you in the first place. There's always little factors like that that can make a big difference as well. So like sharing all that type of information with us is very useful. And then another factor is kind of once you've kind of got your brand together, we can move on to building a website, which is going to be like the foundation, one of the key pieces of foundation that you'll need to build up for your firm. So it's one of the places that you're going to point to from all over the internet, all your different like social media platforms that you'll use to obviously to reach your target market. Hence why target market is such a big factor in just what you need to be doing moving forward completely. That's like a really key focus. Like, so we'll do that right at the beginning of our program. And so once you've built your website, you've got everything kind of set up and it's working correctly. And obviously there's a ton of stuff that can go into a website nowadays. And yeah, even like working on a mobile phone, that's kind of pretty important, because a lot of people, they'll come from using an app of their social media. They'll see something of you for some content that you've put out, and then they'll come to your website, and they'll come to your website on a phone. It's pretty much a given that they'll come to you on a phone. So it needs to be pretty decent, a decent experience for somebody to go through on a phone. And obviously understand how to navigate it and work through it. Although accounting firms' websites aren't overly complex in terms of like they can go here or there. You need to keep it kind of like slimmed down, trimmed down, kind of help people navigate their focus through the journey of coming to get in contact with you, essentially. And kind of moving on from building your website up, then you can kind of start thinking about your marketing strategy and how you're going to move that forward in terms of whether you're going to have some lead generation through like paid advertising, across Google or Facebook or LinkedIn even these days, is a pretty big place to be. LinkedIn is doing pretty good at the moment in terms of like organic reach. So even like just posting on there, just normally, can get you some good reach these days. Although that's not going to be the case forever. So the quicker you can kind of get your foundations built in and your momentum, if you've got those in place at the moment, that's fantastic. And that's a great place to move, to your marketing strategy and moving forward into your paid advertising if you wanted to do that, or just your social media, and producing content is a fantastic position to be in. So if you're kind of thinking about going to those places, always come back to whether you've got the right things in place in your strategy, in your foundation, and then move on to your strategy and how you can kind of build that out moving forward, because that's a very long-term kind of thing. So let's kind of think about that from building up. You kind of can't get to the top if you don't have these things in place. So if you need any pointers on that, feel free to send me a message and we can kind of work out the best way to move forward. So just get in touch at wickedmonday.com and we'll kind of speak to you then. Thanks.